Well, the only thing hotter than the weather in the Sunshine State might be the 10th-ranked Seminoles softball team as we get set to kick off another ACC set on the ACC Network. 16-19 Notre Dame taking on 32-4 Florida State. Welcome to the ballpark, everybody. We can't wait to kick off this weekend set. Sean Davison alongside the FSU infielder Brandon Reichert. And Brandon, Florida State is red hot, and you have to imagine at this point of the season, they are right where Lonnie Alameda wants them to be.
They've been spectacular, Sean. Their lineup is absolutely raking. They're doing it inside the circle, and the defense has been immaculate. One of the best FSU defenses I've seen in a long time.
Well, that recipe you just spelled out, pitching, hitting, and defense, when you can master all three, yeah, you're going to win 21 straight games, an NCAA D1 leading 21-game win streak, and part of that, they are now 9-0 for the second straight time to start ACC play. The first time the Noles have done that since 2017, and oh yeah, the national championship year, 2018, and it also helps to have a dynamic table setter. Isa Torres fits the billing. She's been especially good of late.
Oh my goodness, she's been great all season, but her last 15 games, 7-12, 5 homers, 22 RBIs. Those are video game numbers, Sean.
Maybe even better than video game numbers.
Right.
As we shift our focus over to Jazzy Francic, the sophomore out of Rockledge, Florida, and boy, Jazzy was a can't-miss freshman, and the numbers this year so similar, especially in terms of her ERA to this point this season. A lot of times year 1 to year 2, Brandon, people get a book on you, it gets tougher, but she's been really good again.
She has been so good. She's getting better and better each one of her starts, and each one, throughout this season. And like you said, she's really showing signs of being who she was as a freshman. You see the scouting report right there, mid-60s with tight spin, and that is why she's been so special. She doesn't get a lot of hard contact hit off of her. That's why I think she's been getting better and better and better.
Mickey Winchell leads us off for Notre Dame, and we are underway here in Tallahassee. The first of 3 between the Fighting Irish and the Seminoles. Winchell, Early, Zachary, Kind, Oak, Hagan, Houlihan, O'Brien, and Sweet, and Ava Zachary, the freshman in ACC play. The .474 batting average, the 18 hits in conference play. Those numbers lead Notre Dame. She also leads the Fighting Irish in terms of batting average on the season.
Yeah, those numbers in ACC play are special for just about anybody, but it's even more special because she's a freshman, Sean, and we're on on the field right now between Florida State and the Fighting Irish. You're looking at some absolutely special young ladies. This freshman class that's come into these two teams has been paramount for both of them.
Notre Dame feeling like they're gaining some traction, figuring out that confidence piece as they get into the meat of ACC play. There have been some losses in the non-conference, also been some really nice wins leading into this weekend series over a very good Liberty team in non-conference play, and then of course the marquee win on the road in Palo Alto over the Stanford Cardinal, who are ranked in the top 25. So this is a Fighting Irish team that is trending for sure.
Definitely. Won 3 of their last 4 games. Big conference series win last weekend against Cal. This is a team that's building a lot of confidence right now, and I think they're going to come into Tallahassee and give Florida State a challenge.
A lot of youth in the roster. Mickey Winchell does provide a lot of experience up at the top as a senior. Goes the other way there, and this is a pretty good battle to start against Jazzy Francic.
Yeah, this is a lineup, like we said, they've built a lot of confidence over the last several games, and you see it right here. Mickey Winchell's having a great at-bat to lead this game off for the Fighting Irish.
2-2 the count, reaches for that one. Torres gobbles it, it's short, but Winchell has the wheels to beat out the throw to first. An infield single for Mickey, and the Fighting Irish are off and rolling.
You see it right here. Winchell battles, gets a pitch out over the plate that she can stay through and put in the hole and really utilize those wheels, like you said. This is Mickey Winchell, on first base. She might as well be on second because she is player that can steal some bases.
Well, Caitlin Early does her job laying down the sack. And if you're not familiar with how Notre Dame operates offensively, get on, get over, get in. It's an age-old mantra that they really embody. As we take a look at the defense for Florida State, Torres and Heller up the middle, Beecham and Griggs out on the corners, Danley, Hart, Ruggiero left to right in the outfield, with Hine doing the catching for Franczyk. But just to sort of circle back to that thought, you know, you hear the adage a lot, get on, get over, get in. But that has been the blueprint for Notre Dame. They like to get on base and cause some chaos, make the defense work, and that has been how they've been scoring more of their runs here, especially of late.
100%, Sean. You can change, like if you have the ability to steal bases, you have the ability to get runners over, you can change the way the defense has to play each batter.
And Notre Dame has a runner in scoring position off the leadoff single and a sac bunt. And Ava Zachary has a chance here, the freshman out of Mishawaka, Indiana, a local.
Yeah, she leads the team in RBIs and already getting a shot here this weekend, the first inning of this game, with a runner in scoring position and another opportunity to drive a run in.
2-1 the count. The inside strike to Ava Zachary.
That's a good take right there by Zachary.
Zachary, who started the year on the D1 Softball and Softball America watch list. Florida State, by the way, had 8 of their 9 freshmen on both of those watch lists. But a really highly touted prospect who stayed home, went to South Bend, and has now worked the walk.
Jazzy Franczyk with a walk right there. That is probably, if you have one chink in her armor from this season, it's the amount of walk she's given up. Now, she is a pitcher that has pitched by far the most innings for Florida State, so she's going to see more batters. However, she has walked a few more this year. But I got to say, I don't think that's a bad thing for the Seminoles, a team that can turn a double play on a dime. Putting that runner on first base causes this force out on a ground ball.
And Hayden Kine, the freshman, steps in. Kine, who has seen the majority of her work as the DP, but of late has been in the backstop, one of a couple of different catching options, along with Rebecca Eckhart for the Fighting Irish. Quickly behind 0-2 off a pair of really nice changeups by Franczyk. Well, if it's good enough to get by her twice, might as well repeat that effort a third time. 3 helpings of the change.
I'll tell you what, Jazzy Franczyk has the ability to put the ball wherever she wants. That is a spectacular pitch. Starts over the middle of the plate, works away from the left-handed batter, and absolutely throws it by her. Franczyk, little hiccup with the walk, comes right back with a 3-pitch strikeout.
And in so doing, now inherits Sydney Peck, the junior out of Zionsville, Indiana, who is a corner outfielder. She's made the majority of her starts out and right, but can go to left on occasion.
That pitch 68 miles an hour from Franczyk. Little up, little out of the zone. But she looks like she's feeling it as far as velocity tonight.
Yeah, in case you're just joining us, Mickey Winchell worked a count, ended up with an infield single. A sac bunt, a walk, and a strikeout have followed. So it puts Winchell on at second, Zachary on at first after the walk, ahead of Peck. And Sydney had a nice year last year and has been even better this year so far. But the count goes 2-2. Down she goes. A couple of Fighting Irish batters on base, but that is where they're left. Jazzy Franczyk digs deep, and we're scoreless heading to the bottom. Well, that has been the story. Isa Torres has, in fact, been strutting her stuff all season long, and especially since her return from a concussion sustained against the University of Alabama. Early on this season, she has been red hot. And she will lead things off again for Florida State, followed up by Beecham, Danley, Ruggiero, Anna Hind in the last 5 games has 3 hits, 3 walks, a home run, and 7 driven in. Shelby McKenzie, the DP, followed up by Hart, Heller, and Griggs at the bottom of the order. So the youth served toward the bottom of the order for Team 43, and a lot of experience and a lot of talent all the way throughout, predominantly the experience part at the top as Torres goes the other way off the wall. Isa Torres turns on the afterburners and will be standing at third, and now is going to head home. What a start for Florida State.
I mean, Isa Torres, right? Having herself a season, but what an absolute spark plug at the top of the lineup for Florida State. Watch her just drive this ball the other way. Ball hits the center of the left field wall. Almost another homer for Isa Torres. Outfielder has to play it off the wall, throws it to third, just gets past. Isa Torres turns a triple into a run. 2 pitches into the game.
Man, she can do so much for Florida State, and single-handedly puts them on the board first. 1-0 Florida State. Jason E. Beecham steps in, and you have to imagine, if you're Michaela Castor in the circle, boy, that is an initial gut punch that you have to absorb if you're the senior out of Simi Valley, California.
Well, I think you know you're facing the best hitter in the country in Isa Torres, first batter of the game. You know what's coming. So I'll tell you what, give her credit for throwing her strikes and going after her. Isa Torres just taking the first hittable pitch she sees, literally 200 feet off the wall to lead the game off.
If you're scoring the game at home, it'll be a triple and an E7 that you'll be putting in the scorebook for Isa Torres. Advancing home off that throwing error. 3-1 the count here to Jason E. Beecham. 32 walks on the season to just 5 strikeouts for the junior out of right here in Tallahassee.
Yeah, I was going to say just 2 away from a career high. But now only 1. As she draws another walk, which has made her so good. You know, you look at her numbers and you're like, man, why is Jason not had so many at-bats? She doesn't have nearly as many at-bats as everybody else. But she's played in every game. She started every game. But man, it's because she's leading this team by in walks by a humongous number.
And for those who are new to scorekeeping and the intricacies, those 33 walks, which lead the ACC top 10 in Division I softball, they count as plate appearances. They do not count, to your point, Brandon, as official ABs. And so that's what makes anything she does offensively stand out even more, because it's less volume of at-bats that she's doing it out of.
Right, absolutely. But she is just stellar at getting on base. And I'll tell you what, she's absolutely phenomenal at driving in Isa Torres if Isa Torres doesn't do it by herself.
And Ashton Danley didn't get a lot, but got enough there. Ashton Danley, who has gone 2 ways all season for Florida State, can go any way offensively into the ballpark, and she goes to the big part of it, dropping it in for a seeing eye single.
She is so good at going line to line. She uses the whole field all the time. This one, we talked about it earlier, me and you. She hits the ball so hard, so consistently, and then she absolutely hits this one off the end and kind of gets one to fall over the third baseman's head. Still gets a hit. That's what you can do when you use the entire field.
So a couple of hits out of the gates for Florida State off of Michaela Castor. They also had a walk in between. Nobody retired yet as Bella Ruggiero, the redshirt freshman out of West Palm Beach, Florida, steps in. Really nice numbers for Bella Ruggiero, batting .358 with 14 driven in. Good change of speeds there by Castor, but Ruggiero was able to hold off. That ball was not in the strike zone.
I'll tell you what, we haven't had much of a chance to talk about Castor yet. I'll tell you what, 3 speeds. Will throw it in the mid-60s. She has a spinner that will drop into the 50s and a changeup that will absolutely fall off the table, sometimes in the 40-mile-an-hour range. She is able to adjust the hitter's timing with the drop in those speeds.
Ruggiero goes up the middle, couldn't be gloved at second. Everybody is safe for Florida State. That's the freshman Zachary who came crashing in.
Yeah, the second baseman right there. That's a tough play, Sean. That ball was hit very well, a little choppy. The second baseman, Zachary, you see right there, does a great job trying to make that backhand play, just can't hang on.
And as the Fighting Irish second-year head coach Chris Ganeff steps in, we'll take a look at the defense. Houlihan, Zachary up the middle, O'Brien and Early out on the corners. Out in the outfield, Sweet, Winchell, and Peck. With, of course, Castor doing the pitching and Hayden Kine in the backstop, the youngster. And you have to imagine 15 pitches in here with the next offering from Castor. She is the heart and soul of the staff. It's just a settle down talk from year 2 head coach Chris Ganeff. 23 prior seasons at Notre Dame as the assistant coach, associate head coach, over 800 wins in all those capacities. Boy, she has waited her turn and really is excited about where things are trending in South Bend.
Oh, she is ingrained in the fabric of this Fighting Irish team and their softball program. She is a huge part of what kind of success they've had over the past 23 years and a huge part of what, you know, we expect to see in the future.
And Anna Hind. We flip the table over to Florida State, who you expect to see a lot of in the future. I think it'd be reasonable to expect to see a lot of Hind, who has been so incredibly consistent for Florida State. And, you know, consistent might sound like a lazy term, but when you're talking about a freshman who does all the little things, including batting .310 with runners in scoring position, she checks all the boxes in regular terms and in situationals.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. She does a phenomenal job of working the count when there's runners on base. And I feel like every time we see Anna Hind, she hits the ball so hard with runners in scoring position. That's why she's been so good and so successful this season so far.
Well ahead in the count here, 3-0, nowhere to put her. And Hind will walk in the run. 2-0 Florida State.
Tell you, Florida State doing what they do best, and they are just working counts and doing a great job. You see Anna Hind right here. This is a close pitch. When you're 3-0, you're looking for a pitch you can drive, right? And even if it's a borderline strike, you just go ahead and take it because you're still in that good hitter's count. She does a great job right there of laying off the spinner that stayed away from her and just didn't catch any of the play.
And so in steps the sophomore, Shelby McKenzie. Out of pace, Florida. She is ahead in the count. Couldn't hold up there. Off speed offering to McKenzie. It goes 1-1.
That's a pitch that Castor needed right there to get back in this.
As McKenzie takes another hack too. Florida State, you know, you get familiar with the bats at the top of the order, but you come down to the 6th spot in the order, and you got probably the hardest swinger,
right,
who is one of the most significant home run threats, batting 6th in McKenzie.
It doesn't hurt that she's got 3 runners on base, too. She does a really good job right there staying on that pitch. The pitch right before that, 70 miles an hour, and then that one dropping into the 52-mile-an-hour range. That's a huge difference in speed. She does a good job of just keeping her hands back and battling through this bat.
Couple of grand slams for Shelby McKenzie. Had one earlier this year, in fact, to walk off Iowa in run rule fashion over opening weekend. Count goes 2-2 to her. She was one of those players last year for Florida State that came on strong in March and in April, but home runs really weren't that much a part of the equation at that point. They have been a lot more a part of the equation this year, but that is a very big out for Castor, getting McKenzie down on strikes.
And that's just a good sequence of pitching right there by Michaela Castor. She does a great job, I said it earlier, changing speeds and changing looks, and she really had Shelby McKenzie off balance right there.
That'll bring up Kennedy Harp. And Harp, just like the likes of an Issa Torres or a Jason Beecham or an Ashton Danley in this lineup and in this FSU clubhouse, a lot of highly valuable veteran experience. And this is elevated out to left field. Florida State's going to try to tack on a third run, and the throw home gets away. Snap throw down to third, does not get Ruggiero. She was able to get the hand back into the bag underneath the tag, and so Florida State is still in business here in this bottom of the first.
Great job right there by Kennedy Harp to drive the ball to the outfield. A shallow one for sure, but the runner able to tag up from third, put a little pressure on the defense, and cause a little more chaos. All runners advance right there on that throw, and that's a great job by the Seminoles. That's a great base running and a great productive at bat by Kennedy Harp.
And that'll bring up Marin Heller. (0-1) for Heller. Florida State sending 8 to the plate in this first inning, and we'll see how this 8th AB goes.
So Marin Heller starting her freshman campaign off with a pretty solid amount of doubles. She's 371 batting average. She hit her first home run recently, but 13 doubles, 3 triples. She's no stranger to extra base hits.
Boy, Hayden Kine was up and out of her stance. Nice job by the freshman. If that gets to the backstop, another run scores for Florida State. 2-1 to Heller, who you mentioned the doubles, leads the Noles in that department, along with, of course, Issa Torres.
Yep.
Green light count here for Heller, 3-1 for the youngster.
Well, until this game started, she was tied with the lead in triples as well. Issa Torres pulls away with that one as well.
That is inside. Heller works the walk. And that'll bring up Haley Griggs, and Florida State will officially bat around the order to start off this game and to start off this weekend against Notre Dame. Griggs, the freshman, out of Perrysburg, Ohio. That's 9th. There's the numbers for Haley. Three teammates on ahead of her.
We talked about the defense at Florida State. Griggs doing a great job of anchoring that infield over at first base. It's like Michaela Castor's finding a little, trying to find the strike zone again here against Griggs.
Too far out wide, 2-1 the count. Ruggiero on at third, Anna Hines stationed 60 feet behind her at second. Marin Heller on at first. Redshirt freshman, true freshman, true freshman. For, oh yeah, another true freshman at the plate.
Right. Florida State not afraid to put these young ladies into a tough situation, although they have just been thriving offensively.
On a line to left, that'll end the inning. But Florida State, who is perfect in ACC play so far, gets started in a big way.
Issa Torres on the second pitch of the game drives this off the wall, causes a little chaos, pulls in for a triple on the overthrow, able to score, putting the Noles up to start the game off here in Tallahassee.
Back here in Tallahassee, Lonnie Alameda looking on from the home dugout here at the Seminole Softball Complex. A winner of 1,000 career games, who was named the head coach at Florida State in 2009 after a stint at UNLV. 9 years later, she and the Noles won it all in OKC, and now, of course, one of 12 active Division I head coaches to reach the 1K milestone. And you look at the resume for Lonnie Alameda, 18 years, a World Series title, 5 World Series appearances, 7-time Conference Coach of the Year, 1,000 wins. As Lily Hagan puts a charge into this ball out to left, and look at Lily Hagan. What a response. Well, Brandon, it is a Notre Dame team that doesn't pack a ton of punch, but Lily Hagan, for the second time this season, has proven she's plenty capable.
I'll tell you what, that ball was absolutely crushed. Looks like Jazzy Francic hung a changeup, kept it up in the zone, and that ball just kept on going. Lily Hagan does not miss this one as it goes well out into the street out there in left field. Great swing by Lily Hagan. Put her team on the board.
And just like that, if you're Notre Dame, all the struggles in the first inning, you find yourself top of the second, only trailing by 2.
Absolutely, and you know that's a tough thing, right? You give up 3 runs in the first inning. It can be, you know, it can kind of change the momentum in the dugout. But this is a team that's built a lot of confidence over the last few games, and they aren't going to lay down.
And so in steps Avery Houlihan, the sophomore out of the Chicago area, hails from Joliet, Illinois. Fouls that one off her leg, 0-2.
I've done that before, Sean. It does not feel good.
I was just about to ask you. I have a feeling it doesn't feel good.
No, there's not not a lot of meat on the shin right there, and it can sting, I'll tell you.
Well, Houlihan going back to this past weekend against the Cal Golden Bears, 2 for 6 on the weekend. A series dub for the Fighting Irish, who have won a series against the westernmost ACC schools, but have dropped a series to Clemson and then was also swept by Georgia Tech. 1-2 to Houlihan, who fouls that away.
Great swing right there by Houlihan. That's a good pitch by Jazzy Francic, who's ahead in the count. 1-2. That pitch running away from the left-handed batter. She does a good job to spoil it, foul it off, and get another opportunity at another pitch.
Batted .207 last year as a freshman, did Houlihan. Played a little outfield as well as the young lady who's been the everyday shortstop for the Fighting Irish so far as a sophomore. Batting a little bit better, but still trying to fully gain that traction offensively for Notre Dame.
It's tough to do. You know, there's a lot of really good pitchers in this conference, and it's very tough to gain some traction, like you said, and get some confidence built.
Soft contact there. Jason Beecham shows just how special she is defensively. We know what she can do offensively, but man, she also makes a lot of plays like that.
She has been so fun to watch this season. This ball spinning. She does a great job of getting a great first step and going and getting the short hop right there. If that ball has maybe 6 more inches of spin between the ground and Jason's glove, no way she catches that ball. She does a great job of running through it and making that play look easy.
And I want to go back to a conversation that we had earlier this season with Lonnie Alameda, talking about Jason Beecham and the way she plays defense. Brandon, I know you played a lot of first base, but you also played on the opposite corner over the course of your college career at third. And a lot of what goes into that is positioning and really where your momentum takes you.
100%. You're absolutely right. It's all about that first step. You know, if that ball's hit to your right, you got to get that good break step to your right. Your ball's hit to your left, you got a lot of ground to cover, but it's called the hot corner because balls get hit so hard there. But also, some of the softest balls get hit to third base. You know, you got to field bunts. There's so much to do at that place or at that position.
Well, that was a single, as we were talking about what Jason Beecham did, that was a single that snuck under the glove of Marin Heller. Just a seeing eye ball right back up the middle and through. No fault of Heller, who nearly was able to get the glove on it with the backhand, no less.
No, she did a great job. Again, covered a lot of ground. Marin Heller playing deep in the hole and kind of giving the middle of the field away. That ball hit a lot more towards second base. She has to probably range 20 feet to her right to get to that ball and just not able to make the play at the very end. But great first step and great hustle by Marin Heller right there as well.
So even on the plays that Florida State isn't quite able to make, whether or not Notre Dame beats the scout, beats where they're shaded defensively, you tip your cap to the Fighting Irish and move on. But you still see the athleticism that this FSU defense has. As, you flip the table over here to Notre Dame, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
And what they've done at the plate, they have been really good. They have 3 hits to Florida State's 2 so far in this game, with Caroline O'Brien going right back up the middle. That sets the table for Tenley Sweet with 1 out on the board.
Yeah, I don't think anytime you're playing an ACC matchup, it doesn't matter what the records are. You can pretty much scratch them, right? At the beginning of the series, the first game's so important of a 3-game set. Each team trying to get out in front for a series win, and each player in the lineup trying to do their part to help that team win.
And that's an interesting thing that you said, Brandon. We had a chance to talk with Coach Ganiff before the game started, and she said really the mentality shift that she's trying to get this young roster to embrace is you don't have to solve the whole puzzle on yourself. You just have to lock down your piece.
Absolutely, absolutely, and that's exactly how you got to coach it as a team, right? This is a team, not it's we, not me. That's what I always tell my son. You're a team, and you're a part of that. You need to do your part to be the best version of yourself, but lift up everybody around you, and that's what Coach was talking about.
That was nearly an incredible strike him out, throw him out sequence.
Great
by Florida State.
Great slide right there by O'Brien to sneak under that tag.
And that will turn the order over. Nikki Winchell will bat for the 2nd time in as many innings here at the Seminole Softball Complex. Really did a nice job of setting the tone for this batting order for the Fighting Irish. Saw about 6-7 pitches. No 6-7 pun intended. I saw you light up when I said that.
I know.
And then ended up recording a single on the back side of it.
Yeah, she had an incredible first at bat, but that's no stranger. She's no stranger to that. She has 12 hits in her last 4 games coming into tonight. She scores a lot of runs, which means she's on base all the time. She's a great table setter at the top of the lineup for the Fighting Irish.
Those 12 hits in the last 4 games, coming at a .750 combined batting average for Winchell, who's behind the count here 1-2. When you look at what she did specifically against Cal, 9 for 13, batting .692. And being at the top of the order, right, by nature, you're going to have more opportunities to come in to score as opposed to driving in runs. Didn't have a single RBI, but she did score 7 times.
I'll tell you what, she's doing a really good job this season. She's leading the team in a lot of factors, a lot of big offensive numbers. She gets the strikeout right there. Jazzy France, a great pitch, but Notre Dame able to gain a run back. Lily Hagan taking the first pitch she sees way over the left field wall. And that brings the score back to 3-1. And Notre Dame trying to come back.
Well, it's not only another ACC weekend set for Florida State, it's also the Seminoles Players Weekend, where everybody gets to pick a nickname that is important to them personally. And so we showed you the Noles batting order with their actual names. This is the batting order with the nicknames. Mr. Mack will lead things off for the second time in as many innings. Party of four, grandparents. Weber will follow her up as we get things going yet again. So Mr. Mack, a.k.a. Isa Torres. Mr. Mack, well, that's to recognize one of her high school teachers.
Absolutely. She's so much fun to watch these girls, you know, have a chance to honor some folks that have been a big part of their, you know, upbringing, and some mentors. But, you know, Mr. Mack,
I'll
do it on him. Hopefully he's watching us tonight.
Doing Mr. Mack proud. They might call her Miss Mash. A liner to left will drop, and that is a single for Isa Torres.
Isa Torres strikes once again, another multi-hit game. She is tearing the opposite field here at Joanne Graff Field apart. Driving balls off the wall, shooting the single right there in the left field, and another leadoff base runner here for the Noles.
Well, that'll bring up Jason Beecham, whose nickname this weekend is Party of Four, to recognize her family. I'm sure a lot of you at home familiar. You go to a restaurant, they ask you how many, you say it's a party of three, party of four.
Yep.
Right, well, Party of Four for Jason Beecham.
Very cool to see her honor her family like that.
Stolen base for Mr. Mack ahead of Party of Four. Put a runner in scoring position.
Jason Beecham, already 44 RBIs this season, and another opportunity here with Isa Torres at second base. You really have an opportunity to score Isa Torres from first with her speed, but doing a good job there to put herself in the scoring position for Jason Beecham.
1-2 the count to Jason. Lays off the pitch out wide. No appeal made down to first. Jim Cooper calling the balls and strikes. Russell McLaughlin will be at first. Jacob St. John will be over at the hot corner. 2-2. And another one stays away. Ronnie Alameda mentioned coming into this weekend, when asked, right, who exactly came up with the nicknames, right? She said, you know, I don't know, honestly. She said it was probably part of a staff discussion. We all came together, and it was something we all agreed upon. She could pinpoint that it was over COVID as Beecham moves Torres over to third. But she said she could pinpoint it was over COVID, and she also is very clear on why they do it. And I think it's really cool, right? You get into this period of time of the season. You're worried about the RPI. You're tracking all the analytics. You're tracking all the numbers, all the data, trying to see if you're going in the direction you want to as a program. And it can be so easy to get lost in the sauce and get lost in all of that. And this program is built on people, and she wants to dial it back and bring it back down to the people. Not just the players in the lineup, not just those in the circle, the rest of them in the dugout, and all the staff in the clubhouse. It's a chance to connect when everything starts to feel a little impersonal.
100%. Like you said, it takes a village, right? Yeah, none of these girls got here on their own. I'm sure every one of them is exceptionally hard workers, but there's, you know, family members, there's coaches, there's teachers, all kinds of people that help motivate you throughout your life to get to this point, to be on this field and doing the things you're doing.
Well, for Ashton Danley, to your point, her grandparents have played a huge role in her life, and she's honoring them this weekend with the nickname Grandparents on the back of her number 11 jersey.
Absolutely. You know, grandparents support you through travel ball. They're coming to your games. They're hanging out. They're cheering you on. What an opportunity. What a great opportunity to honor them here tonight.
2-1 the count to Danley. That'll stay out wide. I've got a grandfather. I've got one left. 92 going on 93, and always ask me when I'm doing my next game.
I love it. He's probably listening right now. Hope he is.
He very well might be. .324 the batting average for Danley, 1 for 1 today.
So I have one grandfather left as well, Sean, and let me tell you where he's at. He's 93, and he's in Biloxi right now. Weekend trip to Biloxi. So he's living his best life. I hope I get to be like him one day.
Florida State certainly offensively has been living their best life at the plate so far, passing the bat along. Jason E. Beecham's ground out, the only out here in the inning. Snap throw goes down to third. Torres wasn't even thinking about running. I think Notre Dame was trying to make sure that Florida State didn't even consider the double steal.
Right. Better safe than sorry. I think Danley had a huge jump and a easy stolen base right there. So snap throw to third might not have been a bad choice.
Well, Bella Ruggiro's nickname is Weber. Swing and a miss there for Bella. And it's Weber to honor her mom's late best friend. And so, I encourage all of you, to spend some time. I'm sure this won't be the only time we talk about the nicknames and the significance. And Florida State does a really nice job of getting that information out there so that you can connect with these players as Bella Ruggiero goes down on strikes. But it's important to them that you do.
Absolutely. And I'll tell you what a phenomenal pitch right there by Castor. This is a great changeup, working away from the batter. Stays down and just gets Bella Ruggiero chasing. A little out in front on that one, but really good pitch right there by Castor.
Anna Hines steps in. And Anna is choosing the nickname Joanna to honor her mom's late friend, and it's whom she was also named after.
Very special for Anna Hind and her family. Great honor for Miss Joanna.
1-1 the count. Walk back in the first inning. Each of these teams have left 3 on base. And that walk back in the first did drive in a run for Florida State.
Yeah, and Castor seems to have really found it right here. If you can get past the Issa Torres, Jason E. Beecham, Ashton Danley, and not have any of them score just, off of those 3, you're probably having a pretty good inning. And Castor has certainly found it here in the second inning.
A couple of Seminoles stranded in the second. And Castor works through Ruggiero and Hind on strikes.
She's really relying on her change of speed. Her rise ball's working, that changeup's working, and has got these hitters off balance moving into the third inning.
2, 3, 4 due here for Notre Dame. While we got a second, we'll take a look at the top 10 in the ACC standings. Florida State undefeated atop the league. Notre Dame checking in, tied with North Carolina at 8th. The Noles, they're the top-ranked team in the ACC, 10th. They've been in 10th for the last several weeks. Not sure that that's entirely fair to the Seminoles, but you got 4 more teams in the ACC rounding things out. As Jazzy Franczyk gets back to work here against Caitlin Early.
Early with a sack bunt in the first to move Winchell over after her infield single. Getting a chance to lead things off here in the third. I'll tell you what, momentum's a real thing in this game. If you watch the Seminoles had a really good first inning, took advantage of some mistakes. But Notre Dame leading the second inning off with a home run kind of changes the wind in the sails for them, right? And them able to come out. You see Coach right there making a big play on the foul ball. Fans loving it.
Round of applause for Travis Wilson, who has been an institution in the coaching staff year in, year out under Lonnie Alameda. As Caitlin Early puts that ball into the gap, that'll be a single for Caitlin. Four hits.
Right there. That ball right there, another changeup that stays up in the zone. This one she's a little out in front of, catches it off the end of the bat, but drives through it enough to hit it into the gap for a single. Really good at bat by Caitlin Early, taking advantage of a rare mistake by Jazzy Franczyk. And that'll bring up Ava Zachary.
Zachary couldn't hold there. It's 0-1 to her. 11 Fighting Irish batters have come to the plate, ahead of Zachary, I should say. She represents the 12. 6 of the 11 have done something productive.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Zachary with a walk in her first at bat. Let's talk about how good she's been in this lineup as of late. Leading the team in batting average, doubles, homers, RBIs, extra base hits. 9 hits in her last 4 games, Sean, and that includes 3 doubles and a home.
Yeah, she has been instant offense for the Fighting Irish. And you mentioned all of those categories. She has been fantastic. You'd have to imagine a player who will certainly factor into that all-ACC freshman team conversation. Florida State's got a few in their own right.
I'll tell you what, if you could probably take 6 of them from this field right now.
But when you take a look at the numbers, .410 the batting average, the 12 extra base hits, slugging, OBP, combine those two. She also leads the Fighting Irish in OPS, leads them in terms of runs driven in. Boy, what a start to her career.
Yeah, she's been absolutely special.
Florida State thought they might have been able to turn 2. Took a little extra second just getting to Isa Torres. So they will settle for the force at second.
Yeah, Florida State's defense has been stellar all year. This kind of a tailor-made double play. It's like Isa Torres just can't get it out of her glove. But, oh, yeah, I don't know if we touched on Ava Zachary's speed as well. She can fly.
So scored a fielder's choice for Ava Zachary, who beats out that second throw. Florida State looking for the 6-4-3 pitcher's best friend. Hayden Kine steps in. And as good as Zachary has been all season, Hayden Kine has been really good, especially of late for Notre Dame. She's been one of those pick-to-click type players who has been really swinging a good bat, predominantly as the DP, now is getting some looks as the catcher for the Fighting Irish. Snap throw down to first.
That was a quick work by Jazzy Franczyk as we were trying to say kind things about Hayden Kine. Jazzy Franczyk comes in with a really good pitch low and away and takes advantage of that.
Sydney Peck elevates to right. Marin Heller retreats onto the grass. And Peck goes down. 1 left on for the Fighting Irish. The lead still 2 for the Noles.
Michaela Castor has really found her stuff here the second time through this lineup against the Noles, Sean.
Yeah, Notre Dame as a team has settled in nicely. 3 strikeouts in the game now for Michaela Castor, who is really the heart and soul of the Fighting Irish pitching staff. And when you look at what she did the first time through the order versus what she's been able to do the second time so far, 3 walks the first trip through the order. About halfway through the second, she's already doubled the K count, limited those free passes as well.
Absolutely. She pitches with a lot of passion. You said heart and soul. You can see it on her face. You can see it in the intensity in which she plays. She's having a good time out there. And second time through the lineup, usually that's tougher for pitchers. But she seems to be finding her stride.
Shelby McKenzie takes a strike on the corner. 69 on the gun for McKenzie, who, just to continue the theme for the Players Weekend with the nickname Swing Hard. It's a phrase her grandma would always text her, and I'll tell you what, Shelby McKenzie, she can swing hard.
I'll tell you what, that tells you how young Shelby McKenzie is. My grandma could never text. She would tell me to swing hard, but she couldn't text it to me. She'd call me on the old landline. Good. I hope Shelby's grandmother's watching today. She definitely swung hard on that one.
1-2 the count. Some work to do here for McKenzie, trailing Castor. Well, lays off the change there. Here's the numbers on the season for Shelby.
Solid as they can be, John.
Really solid.
You know, those are numbers that you'd be proud to have at any point during the season. You go up and down this lineup, and you know, Shelby McKenzie, she's probably batting what? She's probably the 7th best batter in the lineup by average, but she's been so good when the time comes. When the Noles need her, see right here. What an opportunity right there to lead off an inning, and she leads off like a leadoff batter would. She did not chase. She swung hard at strikes. She did a great job putting herself on base for Kennedy Hart.
From trailing 1-2 to walking on the full count, Shelby McKenzie makes her way aboard. McKenna Sturgis will come in to pinch run.
And that's just another freshman for the Seminoles that has been spectacular. She's had some starts. She's had a lot of playing time. She comes in and pinch hits now sometimes. She pinch runs. I wouldn't be surprised to see McKenna Sturgis take off right here.
Sturgis talking about how good she's been offensively. When that's a bat that doesn't make its way into the lineup, that'll catch your attention for sure. Brandon, it finally happened this past weekend. She struck out for the 2nd time all season.
I didn't want to give her the juju right there, but I did notice that 2nd time all season. She is so hard to strike out, and you know what? As are all these Nole hitters. Almost every hitter in this lineup has more walks than strikeouts. Just McKenna Sturgis makes it so much harder.
Kennedy Hart going by Vivian this weekend, honoring her grandmother. Sturgis off and running. Harp grounds it to short and will be retired at first.
Good job hitting the ball hard on the ground by Hart. McKenna Sturgis taking off. I think maybe the hit and run's on right there. You got McKenna Sturgis taking off, had the base out right, but Kennedy Hart, you know, doing what she does, making great contact, driving a ball just right at the shortstop. But that puts a runner in scoring position for the Noles.
Worth mentioning that McKenna Sturgis shouting out Mom and Dad on the back of her jersey this weekend. And while she's doing that, Marin Heller steps into the batter's box for Florida State. And Marin Heller is recognizing Papa and Mimi to recognize her grandparents. Grandma and Grandpa are getting a lot of shouts out this weekend.
Hey, I'll tell you what, man. Growing up, if I needed a little help financially getting to a tournament or something, that's who I'm calling. So, Papa and Mimi, you did it right. Marin Heller's having a heck of a year, and you should be very proud of her. Mom and Dad over there at second base, McKenna Sturgis, you should also be very proud.
Heller had thoughts of laying down the bunt. Sturgis slides into third. So it's another stolen base for McKenna, and the count works to 3-0 for Heller. That wasn't anywhere near the strike zone.
Yeah, she's taken off. That's. I'll tell you what, she's been special all year. She's great at hitting, great on defense, and she's just a chaos provider on the bases, stealing 2 bases already this at bat.
3-0, make it a walk on 4 pitches. Marin Heller has come to the plate twice. She's seen 1 strike.
Now batting number 1, Haley Griggs.
And so here comes Haley Griggs. 6th walk by Florida State off of Michaela Castor today.
Seminoles not making it easy on Castor tonight. They are doing a great job of laying off some tough pitches, but Castor definitely has the ability to change things in a hurry.
Heller's going to go ahead and take second. It was left uncovered, so an uncontested stolen base. And a nice read, by the way, by the freshman Marin Heller.
Marin Heller leading the team in stolen base, but look at this. And you see that that's one of those plays that a defense will put on. They try to make it look like you're throwing it to second to get the runner to bite at third, and they'll cut it off and try to throw her out, but McKenna Sturgis is too smart for that.
0-2 to Haley Griggs, who's shouting out Uncle Mike this weekend, her travel ball coach. Griggs 0 for 1 with a line out to left.
A rocket to left field, John.
On the ground, pulled foul.
You know, coming up, these young ladies play a lot of ball for their high schools, their travel teams, and love to see a shout out for Uncle Mike.
Up and away. Boy, Hayden Kine has been busy in the backstop, hasn't she?
She's been outstanding. I'll say this, coming into this game, Sean, at catcher too, 0 errors defensively. She's been a real bright spot defensively on the, you know, in a very, very tough position at catcher.
Up and away, off toward Florida State's hitting facility.
Haley Griggs doing a good job of battling. She quickly found herself behind in the count, doing a good job of fouling balls off. Staying in this at bat, staying on there. You got runners in scoring position, Sean. You got to take your strikes. You got to use your swings here.
2-2 the count to Griggs. 20 hits on the season for Haley. 8 of them have gone for extra bases.
Yeah, she's got the ability to drive a softball. We saw it in her first at bat. I'm sure the Seminoles would love to see it here as well. Griggs able to work it back into a full count. First base is open. See 8th pitch of the at-bat right here to Griggs.
Oh, what a beautiful pitch there by Castor. Off speed, got her at 50 on the gun.
Pulling the string, Sean. What a pitch. Phenomenal changeup, phenomenal location. Freezes Haley Griggs. Great job by Castor to get her team back in this thing. But that'll bring up the top of the lineup and the hot-hitting Isa Torres.
Isa Torres gets a 3rd peak in as many innings for Florida State, and she will make Michaela Castor pay. First pitch swinging, it's a 2-run double for Florida State's dynamic junior, Isa Torres.
Well, she wastes no time, jumps all over the first pitch she sees, and again, squares up another ball. Isa Torres, in 3 innings, Sean, has a triple, a single, and a double. And guess what? She's only seen 6 pitches this game.
Jeez. So you're telling me she's confident, huh?
Confident.
Confident and competent, to say the least, as she sets the table again for Jason E. Beecham. First 2-out hit for Florida State in this game. It's a big one, driving in 2.
Only their 4th hit of the ballgame, Sean, and guess who's got 3 of them?
Yeah.
A runner on second base right there.
2-0 the count here to Beecham. A walk and a ground out for Jason.
Yeah, that ground out, she hit it well, barreled it up. And I love that swing right there. You're 2-0, you're ahead in the count. You get a pitch you can drive. And I'll tell you what, Party of 4 smokes it, just pulls it foul.
There's a few parties of 4 over there on that party deck.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's, you know, it's Thursday night, Easter weekend. A lot of people probably not going to work tomorrow. Have some fun. Come out to the ball game and, you know, watch the Seminoles versus Notre Dame.
3-1 the count here for Beecham, who could teach a master class on how to work yourself ahead in the count.
I'll tell you what, that is how you get good pitches to hit. She came into the game batting .398 with an insane amount of walks. Just with that walk, 2nd walk of the game, and that ties Sean her career high, 34 walks in the season. And a lot of softball left to play this year.
Yeah, you shudder to think what that number could become for Jason E. Beecham. And it's not the flashiest category, right? But it is awfully productive. Get on base however you can. You know, I think a lot of those Mike Martin-led FSU baseball teams that made frequent trips to Omaha might not have been the best batting club in the country in terms of average, but they certainly could score runs because they put runners on.
We were always, back in my day, we always had runners on base, you know, and each part of the lineup had a specialty. Everybody found their way on, whether you're good at hitting singles, doubles, homers, or just getting on base on a walk. We had a young man, Tommy Orovitz, who almost specialized in getting hit by pitches. I think he led the country in getting hit, poor kid. But you see the Seminole lineup right here and on softball, man, they are doing a phenomenal job at getting on base.
Ashton Danley steps in again, called strike. It goes 1-1. And just as a follow-up, you look at a Florida State athletic program, how fortunate are the Seminoles? How blessed are they? You look at all the sports, right? Bobby Bowden, Mike Martin, Joanne Graff, Lonnie Alameda, right? You just can go on and on and on throughout all the sports. The longevity. Sue Sumrall with the women's basketball team for a number of years.
Yeah.
Leonard Hamilton had a really good run.
It really is. I always said, you know, the AD here in the 90s had the easiest job in the country, right? He didn't have to do a whole lot of hiring. He had longevity, and he had high quality in all of his coaches.
3 national championships between Dr. Joanne Graff and, of course, Lonnie Alameda here in Tallahassee. The latter responsible for the Noles' first as an NCAA sanctioned sport back in 2018. And also have to shout out their next door neighbors over at soccer. They had a great run out of Mark Krikorian, and all that Brian Penske's done in taking on that mantle is won a couple more natties. next door with soccer. But wow, an impressive day, an impressive run for Florida State. They lead by 4 over Notre Dame. Their head coach, Chris Ganniff, will talk to us next.
Home of the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich.
Back here in Tallahassee, heading to the top of the 4th. Florida State leading it by 4 over the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. And a big thank you to their second-year head coach, Chris Ganniff, who has so graciously offered some time to chat with us here. And Coach, we talked before the game about the idea that offensively, you don't want your batters to think that they've got to put the whole puzzle together. They just have to do their piece. I know you've got the 1 run on the board, but boy, we've seen some really productive ABs so far through 3 innings.
Yeah, I think that, our girls are going up there with a plan. If we could cut out the strikeouts and put the ball in play, I think that's going to help us a lot more.
Awesome, awesome. And Coach, Michaela Castor, she's been really, really good. She's up and down a little bit today, but she is showing signs of, really, really good stuff up there.
Yeah, I think she's just not getting some calls that we usually get, so she's just going to keep fighting, or you might see somebody else coming out.
I'll tell you what, she's very passionate. It's very fun to watch her pitch.
We love her. We love her. She's our heart and soul.
Love it.
All right.
Thanks a lot, Coach.
Thanks. Go Irish.
And again, that is Chris Ganniff, the head coach of the Fighting Irish. And again, a big thank you to her for taking the time to chat with all of us. She'll also be coaching over at 3rd. So we also have to give her a moment to get situated over there as we get set to get back to the Notre Dame batting order. And hey, if you're the Fighting Irish, good place to start with Lily Hagan coming into the batter's box. McKenna Sturgis, who pinch ran for Shelby McKenzie, will now check into left field. Hagan goes right back up the middle to the circle. How about Jason Beecham? Off her pitcher's leg, she crashes in and retires the runner at first.
Well, another really, really good swing here by Lily Hagan, jumping all over the first pitch. Gut checks Jazzy Francic, but how good has Jason Beecham played 3rd base? Well, let me show you that. That ball had no business going to her, but she instinctively goes and gets it and makes a great play, gets the out anyway.
If you're scoring the game at home, the 1-5-3.
Another really well-hit ball by Hagan. I'll tell you, both pitches, both at bats for her, she has absolutely smoked the first pitch. Not wasting any time trying to see a changeup, trying to see, I always say if you hit the first pitch, you can't be fooled by the second pitch, right?
There you go. Avery Houlihan steps in, and Houlihan grounded out to Jason Beecham. Came back in the second.
That was the the cue ball, the spinner that Jason Beecham did a great job of charging and getting out in front of and getting that short hop, but she's made some really tough plays and look very, very easy over there today.
1-2 the count here to Houlihan. Was able to hold 2-2.
Good spot right there by Francic. That's you're ahead in the count. You can kind of afford to throw a ball out of the zone and see if you can get a batter to chase. That's exactly what she does right there. That'll play into her next pitch, I'm sure.
Oh, what a beautiful spot there out wide. Jazzy Francic with strikeout number 6.
This pitch right here is just dotted on the outside black and freezes Houlihan, who she knew it, man. She took that pitch and knew it. That was a tough one.
Caroline O'Brien. Strike 1 to her. Only saw one pitch her last trip to the plate back in the second. Recorded a single up the middle. Florida State had Marin Heller shaded over, and Heller nearly got to it with the backhand, but couldn't quite catch up to it. So O'Brien has one of 4 hits for Notre Dame in this contest so far this afternoon. 0-2 to her.
Well, O'Brien has some really good speed too. You see the 304 batting average, only 1 home run, but 9 stolen bases on the season. You saw her lead this at bat off trying to bunt just to get on, but Jazzy Francic.
Well, that'll work any day, even on a Thursday night, and that will make her head coach and the pitching extraordinaire, Lonnie Alameda, happy. She'll chat with us when we come back next. Welcome back to Tallahassee as we head to the bottom of the 4th. The 10th-ranked Seminoles leading Notre Dame by 4. And we say hello to their head coach, Lonnie Alameda. Coach, thank you for taking the time.
Yeah, hello. Thank you.
Well, Coach, I want to start off by asking you about Jazzy Francic. It feels like the deeper we're getting into this thing, the better she is getting. What's been your impression of the way 32 was dealt so far?
Yeah, it's been great. I'm pitching and defense, right? I mean, defense has been lights out behind her, and she's just executing some good pitches. And so far so good, but we know this is a scrappy Notre Dame team.
Hey, Coach, it's Brandon.
Yeah.
Hey, sorry. I was going to ask you, hey, new pitcher in the circle. You guys have had a great approach against the starting pitching. Do you change it up, or you have the same approach? Do you have a scouting report going in, seeing the new pitching?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, we scout all the pitchers, and we know what they're all capable of. Then it's just coming in and seeing what they're playing again, each hitter or offense. But, I mean, Cammie's a good drop ball pitcher, and so we've got to make sure that we get the ball in the zone and make sure we bring the ball up. So get some really good swings here. So we're setting the tone right here with Bella.
You've been doing a great job. Leadoff hitter each inning has been phenomenal so far.
Yeah.
Well, looking at this weekend, right? This is your players' weekend. And we've talked a lot about the nicknames and the significance of that and the importance of focusing on the people in the program, right?
Yeah.
What else can you share about just the significance of a weekend like this and the ability to dial it back and just focus on the folks to your left and your right?
Yeah, I mean, I just think, when we started this, mental health was a thing, but it's something not talked about a ton, now it gets talked about more, and just how, to be a grounded as a student athlete, well, shoot, grounded as a human, right? But like the student athletes go through a ton when it comes to social media. And, I think at a time where we could share a little bit about ourselves, and as simple as it is, maybe it's your dog or maybe a nickname from your 10U, travel ball coach back in the day, to, maybe honoring your parents or like Jay here, her family and her dog, but we get to talk about some things other than softball this time of year. And I appreciate it. They may spend a lot of time together, but I think as a staff, we appreciate it and get to know our managers and our coaches and, Rancho de Rocas, go talk about hometown. Like, it's kind of fun.
Absolutely.
It's almost like you knew where I was going to go. I was just about to ask you what your pick was. I know a video went out. That line drive snagged on the hot corner. QPA, though, by Bella Ruggiero, right?
Yep.
But let's go back to your roots, right? You picked a nickname, and I know you sent a video out on social media, but for the folks who maybe haven't seen it, go ahead and tell the folks that are tuning in now what the significance is of your nickname.
Yeah, I mean, Rancho de Rocas is a sign of my dirt road, in my hometown, or my home. And I think, it just takes me back to, like, just growing up and how that's such a big part of me and being a country girl. And a lot of people know I didn't, I rode horses a lot, and, we went out and horseback trail rides, and we camped back in the mountains, and there's things that a lot of these kids don't do nowadays because they were doing club ball from little ages. And so I appreciate my upbringing, and I appreciate my parents, and traveling and all that cool stuff. So it's just a shout out to them and how much I love that place. And but again, connection to share with these guys too, that they just know me as the softball coach, right? So I'm trying to get something a little bit different. So
That's
yeah,
awesome.
but I mean, everyone appreciates their hometown, right? It is you, it's a part of you, and
Right.
so I'm just representing that today.
It's really special to
Yeah.
see. Everybody's got a pass, and it takes a village to get here,
Yeah.
to get in these situations, and
Yeah.
what an honor it is for everybody to have an opportunity to honor those who helped get them there.
Yeah, and
That's
share the
pretty cool.
stories. That's like, Seminole Tribe, right? They sit around, they share stories. Like we're
Absolutely.
taking that tradition with us and sharing our stories. Yeah.
I love that. I
Yeah.
love that. Well, Coach, I just want to say congratulations on 1,000 wins.
Thank you.
And certainly same here. And as Joanna lines that ball out to
Nice.
left.
T-Cam. Let's get Maddie Fry. Fry. Yep, there we go. Yeah, we got hand signs. Maddie Fry. Yep. Yeah.
Maddie Fry's going to check
She's
in
French
here to
fry.
pinch run.
Yeah.
French fry,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
So
Thank
Joanna
you.
out,
You guys are
French
inside
fry
scoop
in.
right here, right?
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
We love it.
Yeah. Hand signs for everyone.
In-game changes.
Yeah.
And Brandon mentioned the 1,000 wins. And yes, congratulations from all of us here in Tallahassee. It's been such a treat to see so much of it. But now that you've had time to reflect on the journey, from your playing days to Stanford to UNLV to all you've done here, have you had a chance to sort of let it sink in? And if so, in the days that have happened since 1,000 has hit, what stands out to you the most? What are you most proud of?
My goodness, I love every day. So I don't even know numbers. I don't know milestones. I don't know anything like that because I really get engaged in it every day, and I just love every day. And so, obviously what happened was fun with the girls jumping around and, achieving little things. But I just, especially, going through chemo and all that, I just absolutely love every day, and I'm so grateful to be here, and thank you for being a part of it. I think all these people are part of it. It's not my accolade, it's the game's accolade, and, it's been a lot of fun. So I think just in general, reflecting is just how many people reach out, and they just share, stories, and I remember when, and all those good things. And so, again, just a celebration of the game.
Well, it's been a lot of fun to celebrate all your many accomplishments and all the stories that certainly we will still be able to tell throughout the remainder of 2026. You're always so generous with your time. You're one of the absolute greatest, and we certainly appreciate all the time you've taken to talk with us today.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Coach.
Thanks,
Congrats.
Coach. You're the absolute best. 5-1, Florida State, as Kennedy Harp steps in.
Right, we got a chance to talk to a legend right there. We have seen the Seminoles battling through some at-bats here. Leadoff hitter, 7 pitches. A line out to third. And Anna Hine with a rocket single. You see McKenna Sturgis come up and just miss a ball, but that brings Kennedy Harp up, and she's quickly down in the hole 0-2.
I'll tell you what, Candy Kamzik has done a really nice job here. A different look for these Florida State batters. And the team leader in terms of ERA for Notre Dame. 1 on, and that is all that Florida State has been able to manage here in this 4th inning. Not to say that they haven't done some good things. Bella Ruggiero lined out after 7 pitches seen. Anna Hind walked on 4. And then Sturgis flied out on a couple of offerings.
Good job by Harp to lay off that pitch. Down in the count, man, it's so tough. You got to expand your zone a little bit, but she does a good job of not expanding it too far out right there. Working the count back to a 2-2, putting herself in a little bit more favorable count here.
And down goes Harp. Cami Kamzik comes in out of the pen and settles things down for the Fighting Irish staff. A big strikeout to end this 4th inning. The lead still 4 for the Noles.
Cami Kamzik pitching with intensity, doing a great job, mixing speeds, working east to west right there, and getting the Seminoles to go down in 4 batters.
Back here in Tallahassee, we head to the 5th with the 10th ranked team in the country, leading it by 4 at the Seminole Softball Complex, 5-1 Florida State. 9-1-2 is due for the Fighting Irish of Notre Dame. Tenley Sweet will lead things off, number 26 in blue and gold. And then after her, it'll be Mickey Winchell, Caitlin Early to come up to the batter's box next.
You said it. The blue and gold. Tell you what, this Notre Dame lineup has been nothing if not scrappy.
And Sweet, to that point, working ahead in the count. They've struck out 7 times as a batting 9, including one by Sweet a couple of innings ago. In fact, back in the 2nd. But has not seen a strike here. It's all about the adjustments, what you can do, how much damage control you can do when you get yourself in a sticky situation. And Notre Dame, even though Florida State has scored 5 runs, they've left 8 Seminole batters aboard. So they have limited the damage where they could.
Sure.
And now it's just time, if you're a fan of the Fighting Irish, to see the bats come alive.
Right, and this is a great opportunity. Tenley Sweet having her 2nd at bat. It's the 5th inning. You're the leadoff for the inning. You have a chance to roll back to the top of the lineup, which has been really, really good for Notre Dame tonight.
Sweet, who played in 43 games as a freshman, didn't play at all last year due to an injury. And in her bounce back, comeback, whatever kind of year you want to call it, batting nearly 280 coming into this weekend. Numbers down just a couple after the strikeout a couple of innings ago, but she's got the count working full here. And a payoff is coming from Francie. And that'll be a walk. Tenley Sweet is aboard.
This is where Jazzy Francic's really got to step it up. She's about to start her 3rd time through this Notre Dame lineup, and you're facing a Mickey Winchell who's already got a hit tonight, Caitlin Early, sack bunt, single, Ava Zachary, a walk, and a fielder's choice, but This is the top of the lineup. This is an ACC top of the lineup that's been really, really good, and it's going to be challenging.
First pitch out wide to Winchell. On via a single in the first, struck out in the second. This is her first AB since. On the ground to short. Torres gets the force at second. Florida State will take the lead out.
It's a great job by Torres right there to quick to the ball and make that play.
Well, we've talked about just about everybody else's nickname who we've seen.
Yeah.
How about Jazzy Franson? I'm not sure if I want to try to pronounce that because I don't want to pronounce her grandmother's name wrong or nickname wrong.
I don't either, but I hope she's watching, and I hope she feels super proud of her granddaughter who has been stellar all season and really, really good here tonight. I almost gave it a shot, Sean. I'm glad you stopped.
Beecham able to stop it on the way to the hot corner, fires a dart to first to retire early.
Great job right there by Beecham. You get low, block that ball up. Kind of pops out of her glove. I think her instinct was to turn two or start that double play at second base, but you got the leadoff hitter Winchell running. She was all but safe at second. She does a great job picking it up, throwing it to first base for the out.
Still a significant test here in the form of Ava Zachary, who goes first pitch the other way, put a charge in it out to left. It'll be foul, but boy, if she would have straightened that out, that would have showed you exactly what Ava Zachary can do.
That was a cool scenario out there for McKenna Sturgis, but yeah, absolutely. Zachary puts a charge into that ball, hits a home run foul. And Oppo as well, which tells you how much power she has. She's able to drive the ball to all parts of the field. You see Sturgis out there. A real intense player. She smiled after that one, had a chance to kind of climb the wall and try to bring back a homer almost.
And stay out wide, 1-1 the count to Zachary, who has walked and grounded into a fielder's choice. This is your first time really getting a good look at Notre Dame. Get familiar with Ava Zachary. This young lady is somebody that head coach Chris Kniff, everybody in South Bend is really excited about, really trending positively. The numbers will tell you one thing, but you know, they'll also talk about the kind of kid she is too, and just really checks all the boxes to be somebody who likely will have a very special career.
Oh, absolutely. She's off to a banner start, something that, I mean, very special, well on her way to some high accolades and honors as we are, a little bit halfway past the season. She has been spectacular. And what she's doing in conference is even more special, Sean.
Stepped it up a notch as she works a second walk here this afternoon.
We've got two speedsters on the base for the Fighting Irish right here. Looks like we're going to see a pinch hitter.
Now batting number 2, Rebecca Eckhart.
And Rebecca Eckhart is going to check in for Hayden Kine. Eckhart, first pitch swinging, pops it up into foul territory, and Griggs is underneath it. Side retired, a couple stranded, and Florida State's 4-run lead intact, heading to the bottom of the fifth.
ESPN is now the home of MLB.tv. All out-of-market games live or on demand all in one place.
Here in Tallahassee, Florida State was on the board early and often courtesy, guess who? Of Isa Torres.
Isa Torres has been hot all season long, but she comes into this game and does it again. Another 3-hit game for Isa Torres. But not to be outdone by Lily Hagan, who absolutely launches this ball in over the left field fence into the road out there. But Isa Torres comes right back up in her third chance, hits a double with 2 runners on, knocks in 2, and expands that lead by a couple runs. From now it's 5-1 Seminoles.
Felt like Notre Dame there for a couple of innings, had weathered the storm, settled in, and then with 2 outs on the board, you mentioned that double in the gap by Torres, more damage done. Castro went 3 innings in her start. Hagan, the solo run producer for the Fighting Irish. They're 0 for 10 with runners aboard. Meanwhile, Isa Torres has had yet another day here in Tallahassee. Perfect 3 for 3 so far for Isa. A triple, a double, a single, 2 driven in, and 3 runs scored in the first inning. 14 combined left on base. So we've seen a lot of production in both of these orders. Haven't necessarily seen them situationally drive in runs the way they really, frankly, I think either side would prefer to. This one here, though, Isa Torres, who is waiting in the wings, she will take another look here in this bottom of the 5th. 8-9-1 due for the Seminoles. She's really been productive.
She has been. She had the Seminoles 5 hits tonight, and she has 3 of them. So she has really been the bulk of the offensive production for the Seminoles. And, you know, in her only opportunity that she didn't lead off an inning, she knocks in 2 with a double. So
1-2 the count here to Marin Heller.
how about going 3 for 3 and your batting average only goes up 13 points?
Tough life.
Tough life. You're doing something right. Marin Heller having an at bat right here, though. She's fouling some balls, some very good pitches off, but she looks determined up there to battle her way through this one.
A word you'll hear often here in Tallahassee to describe the freshman, Marin Heller being one, is mature. The way they go about their business day in, day out, the way they go about their business at the plate. And Heller works the count here a little bit, 2-2. Yeah, go ahead.
I was going to say, Cami Kamzik right there, that rise ball out of the zone. It's a really good setup pitch in this situation. Just out of the zone up, that's going to set up a low off-speed pitch, in my opinion.
And there it was. It wasn't off speed, but it was down in the zone.
Yeah, she's got a really good sinker. And if she can change her eye level with a rise ball that's out of the zone, it kind of makes you think, oh, I'm going to hit that ball, and then the ball just drops under your bat for a strikeout. But Heller able to lay off of that one.
And able to foul away that ball. In on the hands. 8th pitch coming of this AB to Marin Heller. Has yet to record an official AB in this game. She's walked twice. Only saw 1 strike between the 2 prior plate appearances. She's had to battle from behind here in this one.
Doing a phenomenal job. 8th pitch of the at-bat coming right here to the freshman.
Boy, what a plate appearance by Marin Heller. More of that maturity that this Florida State lineup just oozes.
Florida State has had 4 of 5 leadoff batters on base today. Marin Heller, what an at-bat, huh? You said it, mature. What a mature at-bat. Fouling the balls off she couldn't quite handle, and just laying off those tough pitches by Kamzik.
Called strike to Haley Griggs, and just to sort of go back to the freshman, Griggs being another. You know, Lonnie Alameda said, you know, you look at that maturity, and a lot of it was fostered. A lot of it was forged in the fall. She said the freshmen did such a good job of digging into their routine and working through the hard in the fall. They weren't afraid to fail, and Haley Griggs is far from that. A 2-run shot for Griggs, and the Noles are busting it open in the 5th.
Well, if Uncle Mike is watching right now, you did a great job. Haley Griggs able to sit back on that changeup and launch it into left center field for a 2-run homer. Seminoles get 2 more runs and still don't have it out here in the 5th. Watch how Griggs is able to sit back on this changeup. That ball's down. She gets the barrel out, is able to lift and drive through it, and that ball is off into the tree out there in left center field. What a well-hit ball by Haley Griggs. And we've talked about this in the past. I don't know if we talked about it this game, but there's really not a hole in this FSU lineup.
Nowhere to hide. Infinite protection up and down the order, if you will, for the 10th ranked team in the country, who leads by 6. A ball and a strike to Isa Torres, who has a single, a double, and a triple in her 3 ABs today. It's already been a historic season in so many ways for Isa Torres, and there's still so much work to do. That is fouled away and will get on top of the Notre Dame dugout.
Yeah, Isa Torres is just, we talked about it a little bit earlier, just Nintendo numbers, right? I don't know if back in my youth, I had even a Nintendo player hitting this good, this often, this deep into the season.
1-2 stays away.
And I don't blame Kamzik at all for staying away from Isa Torres, but Isa Torres has crushed 2 balls to left field today. She has been really good at using the entire field today.
On the ground, gets past first, and Torres races her way aboard again.
That is a phenomenal 2-strike swing by Isa Torres. This ball crushed at the first baseman. Got to be a base hit. That ball's just too hot to handle. First baseman doing a good job of knocking it down. The second baseman not able to get there in time to get the speedy Torres.
So, unless she somehow gets another peak, it appears that Isa Torres will come up just short, at least today, of recording the first cycle for Florida State softball in 16 seasons.
Hey, the night is young, Sean.
The night is young.
There's still no outs here in the 5th. You got a Seminole lineup that is just not only being productive, they're doing a phenomenal job of passing the bat along. You got Isa Torres, who's at first base. Jason E. Beecham, already been on base a couple times tonight. The stars might align.
Jason E. Beecham, nothing in 2. But if, in fact, that is the last time we see Torres at the plate tonight, no cycle for Isa, but you're going to settle for 4 for 4. Sounds like something you'd order off a fast food menu.
Hey, you know what? You got party of 4 up to bat right here, so let's see what happens.
1-2 the count.
You're right, 4 for 4. That's what you. I'll tell you what, you want that from every player, but the top of your lineup, man, setting the tone for the game, for the inning, for each at bat. Isa Torres doing such a phenomenal job this year. She has not missed a barrel tonight.
Beecham underneath it a touch, still drives it pretty well out to right. Torres will have to retreat to first.
You see the center fielder playing Beecham at the wall almost. So the right fielder having to range over and make that play. Beecham just missing. Just missing the barrel. Looks like he got it off the end a little bit on that one, but still a pretty good at bat by Jason E. Beecham right there. But that, again, passes along to Ashton Danley, who also no stranger to hitting the ball hard, huh?
A walk and a single for Ashton Danley today. The single to the big part of the ballpark. And one that, frankly, she didn't get a whole lot of, but because of the power potential that she does possess, you see the 4 home runs on the screen right there. The outfield was playing back, so a lot of soft space out there in shallow left, and it's exactly where she deposited the ball.
Yeah, Well, you see that she does a good job, man, but the outfielders, corner outfielders, actually playing her a little more in right now, which I think is a dangerous thing to do because she has the ability to shoot this ball over the outfielder's head at any given time.
Yeah, pick your poison. Earlier they were playing back, now they're coming in. That'll stay away. Torres off the dirt ball read, slides into second. It's another stolen base for Issa.
That'll be her second of the game, Sean. This is just great dirt ball read. She wasn't going on the pitch, reads that ball down in the dirt. And I'll tell you what, give the catcher credit for picking that ball up and making it close. That was a great throw.
Oh, tied up Danley inside. She'll make her way back to the dugout. That was just a nasty pitch by Kamzik.
Yeah, that pitch in under the hands. Kamzik doing a great job of staying in the zone, working that inside under the hands of Danley. Looked like she had it timed up, but that's what that spin pitch will do. It'll look so good, so good, so good, and then boom, make its way out of the zone and under the bat.
And in steps Bella Ruggiero.
Kamzik goes right back to that pitch. But Ruggiero doing a good job of laying off that first pitch.
Right back up the middle. What a nice play there by Houlihan. Nearly snuck through and tacked on a little more offense for Florida State. But in the end, it'll be a 6-run lead for the Noles heading to the 6th.
Yes, another couple runs right here, but Haley Griggs launches another homer over the fence for the Seminoles. That makes the lead 7-1, Sean.
Jazzy Francic got the call for game 1 against Notre Dame. And boy, several innings in the book. And all she did was nearly come away with a season high in strikeouts.
Oh, she had the good stuff working today. You see all the strikeouts here. The change of speed is what made her special today. She did a great job with locating that rise ball and then just backing it up with a devastating changeup.
1 run scored off of a solo shot. Aside from that, just 3 other hits. Did walk 3 people, but again, struck out 7. 1 off her season high. Has a career high of 12 back in her freshman year. 80 pitches all told for Francic, and that is just another really, really good start for one of the best pitchers in the ACC. And she gives way to another player who is really trending positively in McKenna Reed, one of the can't-miss prospects several years ago as a freshman. A whole host of All-American, All-ACC awards for Reed. And boy, the back has been an issue over the last couple of years, but this year has more confidence in the back, sustaining her ability to go out and do what she does, and she has been much more confident of late.
Yeah, she's been outstanding. You see right there, just she's able to do the same thing. She's able to locate in and out. She can really get you with her rise ball up in the zone. when it's on, she's pretty much unhittable.
McKenna Reed recognizing her father with Dad on the back of her jersey.
There you go. Dad, hope you're watching. Hope you're enjoying this, because I'll tell you what, you did a great job. She has been phenomenal for the Seminoles, not just this year, but in her career. So great job, Dad. A great pitch right there by McKenna Reed.
Sydney Peck 0 for 2 with the strikeout.
Having a great season so far. Leading this team in walks.
Oh, great spot by McKenna Reed. And speaking of strikeouts, she is Florida State's, I would submit to you, Brandon, she is their strikeout specialist.
She is so good. You watch this pitch right here. She stayed in all at bat to Peck, and then all of a sudden she just burns her on that outside rise ball, just painting the black. McKenna Reed with a strikeout looking for her first batter here tonight.
28 strikeouts to only 4 walks issued so far this season for McKenna Reed. Opposing batters only hitting 202 off of her.
I'll tell you what, she has early in the season, she would do, you know, as hard as she throws, she was leaving balls a little bit too much in the zone and getting hit around a little bit, but has done such a good, you said trending right way. She is trending the right way for sure. You saw that first pitch strike, or the first batter strikeout. She's able to locate in, she's able to locate out. Oh yeah, she does change speeds as well. She's been really, really good lately, and this is the time when Florida State needs her to continue in that right direction.
Well, and you mentioned the off-speed stuff for McKenna Reed. It's not just this extended rehab process from having some back issues. It's throughout that she's developed some off-speed stuff. You go back to her freshman year, and a lot of it was just hard and high.
Right.
Hit it if you can, and frankly, a lot of people couldn't.
Right.
And over the course of her career, she's worked to develop some of the off-speed stuff. And it's not just getting comfortable with her own body as she's gone deeper in her career. It's also been a process of getting comfortable with the secondary stuff and throwing it in and around the zone.
Right, absolutely. And to me, she's done a great job of that this year, right? It may, you know, it's her senior year. She's going out there. She's trying to be the best she can be and have fun this last season. So why not go out there and work yourself? Like, throw it hard, but also you see that pitch right there. A little bit of spin coming in on the batter. That's what she's been able to develop and be so good at so far this season.
Count goes full to Lily Hagan, who's hit a couple of balls hard. One went over the left field wall. One went off of Jazzy Francic's leg.
Yeah.
And that is hit well. Out to the gap and well beyond. A two-jack affair for Lily Hagan.
And Notre Dame not done yet. Lily Hagan has been, I mean, there's been some bright spots in this lineup, but she is having herself a night. Lily Hagan working the count to full. This ball up in the zone. Lily Hagan, I think that ball's off the end of the bat, but she is so strong and able to drive this ball over the left center field fence. A 2-home run affair for Lily Hagan. Congrats to that young lady right there.
Had 1 home run on the season, has 2 home runs now today. Can you say trending? As Houlihan was clipped by that pitch, she'll be awarded first. And we'll see if Florida State is inclined to challenge or ask our officiating crew just to confirm at the monitor. At the moment, it doesn't appear so. Well, maybe I spoke too soon.
Yeah, I think they're going to take a look at this one. I'm not so sure that didn't hit the knob of the bat, Sean. Which I get, you know, as an umpire, you're behind that. It looks like it hits her in the hand. But I'm not so sure that's not a foul ball.
That would be my suspicion. Again, Houlihan was awarded first off of what was called on the field as a hit by pitch. It appears that our officiating crew will be heading to the monitor to confirm and or to overturn that.
Yeah, there's got to be irrefutable evidence here. It's up and in. It's very hard to tell from that angle. It could have hit the wrist. It could have hit the knob, but this will be a little bit closer. And I think the umpire did get that one right, Sean. That did hit, you know, the back, the top hand right there, just at the wrist, maybe right at the palm, which, you know what, that's real close to the bat. So I don't blame Coach right there for throwing the flag and challenging this one.
Yeah, it's worth another look. And I do believe upon that other look, I concur with you. It does look like it clips her on that hand.
That's okay. It's just a good spot by McKenna Reed. Good. You got to establish the inside part of the plate as a pitcher if you're going to be effective on the outside part of the plate. So where you want to start that, but really good job by Houlihan to stay in there, not bail, and get herself on first base.
After review, the call on the field stands. Hit my pitch.
And as you said, call's upheld, and Houlihan still maintains first base. It's a good pitch, up and in. Ball just, Houlihan does a good job of firing the hips, throwing the hands right there. Just, wrong spot, wrong time, catches her in the palm, and either way, she's on first base. Coach out there giving the field umpires the business. And I'll be honest, if I'm a coach, the one thing that I can see her arguing right there is that she did not try to get out of the way, Okay. So, and then at the end of the day, that I think is more of an umpire's discretion. He has the ability to say, hey, you stuck your arm out there, stuck your hand out there. But in this case, nobody really wants to get hit by a McKenna Reed fastball, right?
I wouldn't. 1-0 the count here to Caroline O'Brien. It'll go down as the 5th hit by pitch issued by McKenna Reed this season. Again, a pitcher that does not issue very many free passes at all.
No. But understand, you have to, if you're going to be effective away as a pitcher, you have to be willing to run that ball back in under the hands and inside on batters too. So McKenna Reed just challenging Houlihan right there, and it just didn't work out in her favor.
3-0 the count.
Caroline O'Brien, a single in her first at bat, and a strikeout in her last one's working the count here to a favorable 3-0.
And that'll be a 4-pitch walk. Well, credit to Notre Dame. They're starting to figure some things out on a pitcher that really, especially of late, it's been harder for ACC teams to figure out. And that's going to bring Lonnie Alameda out of the home dugout.
Right now, I think we're going to see a pinch hitter from Notre Dame as well. Looks like a pitching change, so.
Yeah, it looks like Christina Williamson might be that pinch hitter. We'll also see, looks like Ashton Danley come into the circle for the Noles.
Hey, sports fans, the ESPN app has all of ESPN all in one place. Visit activate.espn.com to see if you have ESPN Unlimited as part of your TV package for no additional cost. It's all of ESPN all in one place. Sign up or activate now.
Well, thank you very much, Greeny. And odds are, if you're watching us on your mobile device, you already have the ESPN app. But we welcome you to the party, and we welcome you back to Tallahassee, where Notre Dame has chased McKenna Reed out of the circle, and Ashton Danley, whose day started out in the outfield for Florida State, will now come in to try to slam the door shut. The junior two-way player making appearance number 20 with a 7-1 record, ERA now below 3, and really getting better as she goes.
Ashton Danley, one of the best two-way players in the country. She's been phenomenal. 2.282 ERA. She's got 7 wins on the season and just been tremendous in the circle. But it doesn't hurt that she's also started every game in the lineup for the Noles this year as well.
There's a conversation that Ashton Danley had with her head coach, Lonnie Alameda. Ashton, what do you want to do this year? And to Ashton's credit, she advocated for herself. She's like, I want to do more of the two-way stuff. I want to hit more, and specifically, she also takes a lot of pride in her defense.
Yep.
She wanted to go out and play the outfield, and Lonnie Alameda told us, she said, look, she has put in a ton of work in the offseason to get herself physically conditioned to sustain all that. And that's the numbers. 318 the batting average, sub-3 with the ERA. And she's had some of her best outings here over the last couple of weeks when it matters the most for Florida State in conference play. 41 strikeouts, and again, the record 7-1 as a pitcher.
Yeah, she's really incredible. It takes a lot of work and confidence and ability and just to do one of these two things, right? It takes a lot of work to be a great hitter, right? And it takes a lot of work to be a great defender. But if you throw in being one of the better pitchers on the staff as well, it just shows you how hard she works at her craft and how good she is at it.
And gets the swing and miss of Williamson. 2 away here in this top of the 6th.
Big pitch right here by Danley. She's throwing hard. This ball sinking under the bat, hitting her spots, doing what she does best, and getting these Seminoles, just getting some outs, man. Unbelievable. Such an impressive player. One of the best two-way players in the country.
Swing and a miss by Mickey Winchell as the order turns over. 4th time Winchell has stepped into the batter's box. That'll give you an idea of how well Notre Dame has passed the bat. They just have not, aside from a couple of solo shots by Lily Hagan, been able to put runners across the plate.
And I'll tell you what, the Noles have 7 runs, but they've left 9 runners on base tonight themselves. The Fighting Irish leaving 6 on base so far tonight. It has been a tough go of getting these runs in. They're doing a good job of getting on. It's been tough to get them in.
0-2 the count to Winchell. On the ground to short. Torres goes to first, and Griggs hangs on. Side retires. 1 run across, though, for the Fighting Irish in the form of a second Lily Hagan home run. The lead down to 5 for the homestanding Noles.
Sean, we talked about two-way players, and Notre Dame's going to bring one up of their own. Lily Hagan's having herself a night. She hits her second home run right there, as you saw it. And now we're going to get a chance to see her in the circle for Notre Dame.
The freshman out of Colts Neck, New Jersey, hasn't seen a lot of play in the circle, predominantly has been a fixture offensively for the Fighting Irish. Just 6 combined innings of work. But nothing too bad for Lily Hagan. This will be her 7th appearance. Her ERA is at 2.33. You know, in a perfect world, you don't see as many walks. You see a better walk to strikeout ratio, but for somebody who's making the first few pitching appearances of her career, all told, pretty solid.
Does a great job. She's you know, up mid to upper 60s with hard, throws hard, keeps it down. She's got the drop, she's got a curve, she's got a changeup, and you love to see the coach giving the freshman an opportunity to pitch down 5 runs against a tough Florida State lineup to build some confidence.
And when you look at what Lily Hagan has done this year in the circle, again, it's not a huge volume, hasn't had a whole lot of play there. I referenced the 6 strikeouts. 3 of them came in her last appearance when she threw an inning and a third in Game 2 against Cal last weekend.
Yeah, she's you know, had some opportunities. She's been good, but I'll tell you what, I would lean on her confidence. Hey, why not throw her in the circle? She's obviously having a heck of a day at the plate. Let's see what she can do in the circle.
Well, Maddie Fry will step in here for Florida State. We saw her come in to pinch run earlier in this game for Anna Hind, I believe. And so now Fry, the senior out of the Tampa area, Lutz, Florida to be specific, steps into the batter's box for the first time in her final Players Weekend here in Tallahassee.
Yeah, one of the few seniors on this team for Florida State. A real leader in the dugout for all these young Florida State Seminoles.
A mainstay in the program. Might not have always had the most play of anybody, but she has been a fixture. Shouting out mom and dad this weekend, and in a day and age where anybody can leave any program in search of what they deem to be greener pastures, I think the fact that Maddie Fry has stayed here throughout the entire balance of her career says a lot about Maddie Fry.
Oh yeah, she's a Seminole through and through, and you see her having a great start to her season. She's been good at times. She's been really, she's just been a great part of this Florida State lineup. Like you said, a staple here in Florida, or in Tallahassee. Very happy to see her still in the Florida State uniform.
Positive start to the bottom of the 6th for Lily Hagan, though. Trying to make sure that lead for Florida State stays 5. Sitting Fry down on strikes, and now it's McKenna Sturgis stepping into the batter's box for the 2nd time this afternoon. Shelby McKenzie got the start as the DP, a strikeout and a walk on a full count for her. Sturgis, for her part, popped out to right, and now will drop a liner in right. And that ball is going to get all the way to the backstop. Sturgis is going to take 2 bags off the arrow.
McKenna Sturgis, I was just going to say, you know what? She hits good pitching better than she hits off pitching. She does a good job staying on this, staying through it, driving it to right field. Right fielder, I think maybe thought she had a play, didn't know the speed of Sturgis. Sturgis well at first base when she threw that ball and just launches it over the first baseman. It rattles around back behind the backstop. Sturgis, with her speed, able to take 2 extra bases on that throwing error by the right fielder.
And this is a situation where, especially for a freshman in the circle who hasn't pitched a lot, and they're on the road against a top 10 team, things can start to go quickly if you're not careful. I don't think there's any surprise. Chris Kniff making her way out to the circle. Just a quick conversation with the infield and with Lily Hagan, and we reset. Florida State indulging in the war chant. We'll see what the freshman can do on the backside of a single and an error.
Yeah, Notre Dame, if you're Notre Dame, your goal here is to get back into the dugout and get another at bat, right? There's an opportunity here for the Noles to, you know, score a couple runs and put this thing away. But if you are Notre Dame, get these 3 outs, get back in the dugout, give yourself a chance to make this a game.
Kennedy Harp with an opportunity to drive in a run for Florida State. Hits it on the ground to short. Throw's going to come home, and they got her. Sturgis is out at the plate. Harp is stationed at first.
This ball off the end of the bat, right to the shortstop, playing in right there, makes a game time decision to throw home and throws a strike. Great softball play right there by the Notre Dame defense to hinder another run coming in from the Noles. Still 7-2 with that great play by the shortstop.
Yes, so mission accomplished. Huge second out for Notre Dame as Marin Heller steps in. Heller has still yet to register an official AB today. 3 plate appearances, 3 walks, has come in to score once.
Came in today with 15 walks on the season, that number up to 18. But she's been on base 3 times and done a great job of working some counts here tonight.
Waits on the off speed, fouls it away.
Marin Heller has a game face when she's up to bat. See that? She's just not rattled at all.
But one of the best freshman batters in the ACC. One of the most consistent as Marin Heller, who also plays a really good second base.
Yeah, she's, tell you what, the Seminoles had some big shoes to fill coming into this season, and these freshmen have done nothing but that. Just turn the page and turn it over to another group of really good softball players that are going to be here for a long time.
And Heller works another count. It's full again. Different pitcher, same song, and same result.
Marin Heller, man, she's been down in a couple of counts her last 2 at-bats and worked it back to a full count. You see Notre Dame pitching with 9 walks today, and Marin Heller's been a big part of that kryptonite. 4 of them by herself. 0 for 0, 4 walks. That helps the on-base percentage, huh?
Can't hurt it. 8 hits for Florida State as a team today, but when you couple that with the 9 walks, it has been an awfully productive day at the office for the Seminoles offensively. They're not the eye-popping numbers that you might have been accustomed to seeing, especially at the start of ACC play, but boy, are they effective.
Yeah, Florida State's been spectacular all season at hitting with runners in scoring position. They've been spectacular at hitting with 2 strikes. They do such a good job of working the counts and just finding their way on base.
Two and one, it goes to Haley Griggs, who bats 9th. Worth mentioning, Issa Torres is 4 for 4 today and just itching for another opportunity. She awaits in the on-deck circle.
Well, it's also worth mentioning that Haley Griggs has the ability to turn that lineup right on over to her. But 2-2 count here to Griggs. Last at bat, able to really stay down and back on a off-speed pitch. See if she can do it again.
Griggs to left center and corralled by the center fielder, Mickey Winchell. That'll end the inning. The lead for the Seminoles still 5. Notre Dame's final 3 outs are next. Ah, yes. Simba Cam time here at the Seminole Softball Complex. Shout out to that fan who actually brought a Simba. A stuffed Cimarron is also being hoisted into the air. We're seeing some kids that are getting a little air time, both actually in the air and on our air. So, yeah, the double meaning, kind of unintentional, but intentional all at the same time. Everybody's enjoying a nice night at the ballpark here.
It really is a great
Tallahassee.
night. It is a great night out here tonight in Tallahassee.
Tell you what, Notre Dame has showed a lot of heart, and McKenna Sturgis just took one away.
And that is a momentum killer. That ball absolutely scorched by Caitlin Early. Watch how hard she hits this ball into the gap. McKenna Sturgis with an explosive first step, gets there, and man, I mean, saves a double by a step. A little shoestring catch there by McKenna Sturgis. What an athlete.
Didn't start in the starting lineup for Florida State today. She has been one of the staples, but you know, you got so much talent if you're Lonnie Alameda and the Seminoles. It can be hard to find a place to start everybody, so Sturgis checked in to pinch hit. A reminder, we'll be with you tomorrow for Game 2 of this series, 6 p.m. on ACC Network Extra. Mark Neely, Alex Powers will be on the call for Game 3 on the ACC Network on Saturday at 2 p.m. These teams agreeing to go Thursday, Friday, Saturday in observance of Easter weekend. Good Friday tomorrow for those who observe.
And it's always a Good Friday when I get to be here with you.
Oh, man.
Easter weekend or not.
Oh, boy. I appreciate that, but that might be your best dad joke of the entire semester. I'm saying semester because I teach here. Of the entire season. But yes, it's always great to be at the ballpark with you, my guy.
Hey, I love it. I love it. We've created a lot of chemistry this season, and I've enjoyed every minute. You make me a better color guy. We'll say that.
And you help me take it easier in the booth too. It can be hard as a play-by-play guy. You want to be perfect all the time.
Right.
And you know, the occasional dad joke loosens you up a little bit.
Hey. Well, that is my specialty, at least in my household anyway. I don't know.
Well, all jokes aside, Ava Zachary is a good place to really jumpstart the offense for Notre Dame. She is aboard with a one-out walk, and to think about the play McKenna Sturgis made, I mean, Notre Dame's that close to having two runners aboard.
Right.
And bringing up Rebecca Eckhart with extra traffic aboard.
Right, Ava Zachary, that's her third walk this game. We talked about, you know, Marin Heller, the freshman for Florida State with 4 walks. How about the freshman for Notre Dame? Doing a great job of showing her selection, her pitch selection, her eye.
I think that's a great point, too, right? Eckhart is actually batting for the starter in the backstop, Hayden Kine. And Kine's a freshman who had predominantly been the DP prior. Not Kine's best night tonight. A team-leading hit streak and on-base streak will end for her, but the freshmen for Notre Dame have been really good, and Florida State has been even more so. A 6-4-3 to salt it away. The Seminoles are 10-0 in league play.
Nisa Torres has had a few chances at this tonight, but man, she does a great job right here charging this ball, gets the short hop, gets rid of a perfect feed to Marin Heller, who shows the speedy hands, and pitcher's best friend, Ashton Danley, out of it with a double play. Great job by the Seminole defense, who has been so stellar. Another errorless game for them this season.
Yeah, Florida State defensively, who is on pace to perhaps set a school record in fielding percentage. A lot of work to do, but what a start to Players Weekend for Lonnie Alameda's Seminoles. They started the year with the expectation of being the ACC favorite. Several weekends in, it has been all gas, no brakes, en route to a 10-0 start to conference play, and winners of 22 in a row, the longest streak in D1.
I'll tell you what, man, and you got to do it on all sides of the ball to have a streak like that. The Seminole offense was incredible tonight. A lot showing power, showing their ability to drive the softball and their ability to just flat out get on base. And then you couple that with good pitching and the type of defense that Florida State's putting out there. Sean, I don't know how long this thing's going to go, but they're on a streak that I don't know that's going to end anytime soon.
So far, so good this weekend for the Noles, who will celebrate a Game 1 win, 7-2 over Notre Dame. For my partner, Brandon Reichert, our producer, Tucker Pierce, our director, Abby Longhopper, and the entire crew here at the Plex, Sean Davison saying so long, where the Seminoles kick off Players Weekend with a 5-run dub over the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. The first of 3 this weekend. We can't wait to come back to the ballpark for Game 2 tomorrow at 6.